all things knowledgeable basketball expert, Slick, Rick Bucher. Rick, break this down for us. You have some concerns about the Lakers going into the game. Yeah. Did they remove all concerns last night?
Yes, they removed all concerns that this was going to be a short series, that we weren't going to get a full load of Ant going up against Luka and LeBron James. Did they remove concerns that I was wrong in flipping off of the Lakers after Game 1? No, they did not. There was a period there early on where I was thinking, okay, maybe I had this wrong. But as the game progressed, I was like, no, there it is. There it is. Their sustainability. The Timberwolves played as badly in Game 2 as the Lakers did in Game 1. And yet, that game was there hanging in the balance in the fourth quarter. A possession or two, Ant Edwards missed a three, had a bad turnover in transition. Like, they had an opportunity to really turn the screws a little bit on the Lakers down the stretch, and they simply weren't able to do it. So when I look at the two, you had one team that played badly in Game 1. You had one that played badly in Game 2. But the Lakers never looked like they were in it in Game 1. Mm-hmm. And the Timberwolves were able to, after 20-plus deficit, were able to get themselves back into that game. There were a lot of things that I thought that I suspected might happen. They showed their youth once again and how they executed and how they handled the opportunity to go up 2-0. But am I coming off of that I still think that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win this series? No, I am not coming off of that.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers removed all concerns. Not at all. The T-Wolves lost that game more than the Lakers won that game. LeBron James, he turned it up a notch. Austin Reeves, he tried to turn it up a notch. Luka Doncic, he tried to turn it up a notch. I think the Lakers played harder, but they didn't play better. That's what concerns me. Austin Reeves still went 0 for 6 from the three-point line. They played harder. They exerted more effort. Jackson Hayes played harder. The whole team played harder, but they didn't necessarily play better. I mean, they shot, I think, 24% it was from 3, 6 of 29, whatever that amounts to. The T-Wolves settled for bad shots. The T-Wolves took terrible fouls. The T-Wolves didn't really try to move the ball around. They just played iso ball with Ant-Man and Julius Randle. The T-Wolves just played a bad game. Lakers have something to do with that. But I didn't leave that game going, oh, yeah, Lakers about to win this series in 5. I left that game going, the T-Wolves were content leaving Los Angeles with a 1-1 split. Like, they were content. That's what it comes down to. They were content. I think they're in a better position than they are. Being tied 1-1, I think the T-Wolves are like, oh, yeah, we in a good position. Yeah. I don't know how good a position you're in because the Lakers still have LeBron James and Luka Doncic.
Agreed.
The T-Wolves, they shouldn't have given that game away.
Agreed.
I'll say it like that. If the Lakers are going to shoot 6 from 29 from the field, T-Wolves, get that game, go up 2-0. I think the Lakers might make them pay.
Yeah. All concerns? Not all concerns, but a lot of them. They showed some fight, right? I'm waiting to see that. How do you respond? How do you bounce back? They got real physical. Even when they got the small up lineup, they were real physical. But I think the Timberwolves won this series. I was looking at the scoring, right? I'm learning it more as I watch and learn basketball and study it. No matter how well you do as a team, no matter how well the offense is working, eventually you'll need somebody to score. And I'm thinking if Luka ever just has a bad game, where does the points come from? Because LeBron's scoring, but he's not scoring at will. And it looks tough for him to score. Now he's doing different things trying to score. Cutting back doors, pick and roll action. And then Austin Reeves, your third scorer. I mean, y'all watching it. It's playoffs now, man. All that, crazy fouls, that's over. And I watched Ant-Man in his shirt the whole time. So I'm just thinking, like, where does the points come from? Because the Wolves ain't going to play that bad at home like they just did this last game. And another thing I was thinking about is, and I talked to you a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, they have experience because they went to the conference finals last year, but are they really that experienced? Yeah. And yes, they're showing that they're really not because y'all contend about just getting this still in the win.
Correct.
Hey, look, guys, hey, we did our job. Hey, they got one, cool. No, dog. Why not get 2? Make them down 0-2.
Because you're dealing with the Lakers.
Because you're dealing with the Lakers. So I do think the Timberwolves, I do think they win this series for sure because I'm looking at the scoring aspect and I'm looking at the maturity level. They got to be more mature and still that next game. But I think they win at home. I think they win both games at home.
I like what I saw of the Lakers last night. All concerns, no, that would mean they're a clear title favorite. I don't think they're the best team in the playoffs right now. I think they were lucky to get a game at home. But the fact is, they won a game where they scored less than 100. And this whole time we've been talking since really March 21st, their defense is this, their defense is 30. They they held the T-Wolves under 90 points. So the defense was excellent. I thought they played with a lot of effort, a lot of intensity. Love J.J. Redick's plan. They closed the space between the T-Wolves. They didn't just give them open shots. They mixed up zone. They mixed up man-to-man. But that said, I thought they got their sense of urgency back. And when you get your sense of urgency back, this could sort of catapult them. Like, I'm not so sure the T-Wolves are going to win the series. Are they the better team? Maybe. But you got LeBron and you got Luka. And when Luka outscores the T-Wolves in the first quarter by himself, I mean, Luka had 16. The T-Wolves have 15. 15. And so when you do that, I don't think there's any concerns. They got to continue to finish games better. They sort of let them back in at the end. But I like the way the Lakers played, man.
Well, this is the challenge in prognosticating this series, is that I don't believe that the Lakers can play from behind. I believe that they have to be ahead because they don't score in bunches like Minnesota can. And you saw it in glimpses. Like when Minnesota sped up the game, you're suddenly like, oh, this is a little too fast for the Lakers. Here it comes, right? And I don't understand. And again, maybe it's just it was too much confidence in being able to play a possession-by-possession game and win it. But the fact is that they didn't come out with the same urgency at the beginning. And that allowed the Lakers to get their lead. Now, the question is Minnesota capable of putting the clamps on in the first quarter when they're going to go Luka heavy and he's going to get to his spots and the Lakers are fresh? Are they capable of flipping that? Because I do believe at some point they're going to have to do that.
I think the T-Wolves played with their food. That's all it was. T-Wolves, they played with their food. They knew they took one. They played this game very conservatively. They didn't expend that much effort.
Why would they do that if they're trying to go too low and step on
almost like it's human nature.
Yeah, subconsciously, it's like, we already got one.
But it's the
Lakers. Got one, let's be careful.
But it's the Lakers.
But the Lakers played like it was...
But you just dusted the Lakers in game one,
so
right?
It's almost like the T-Wolves know if they turn it on, they can have their way with the Lakers.
Yes.
And so they played that game like, we're going through the motions. The Lakers played it like it was a game 6, down 3-2. You know what I mean? Like, the Lakers played that game like they had to survive. T-Wolves were just like, it's another day. But T-Wolves don't play around with the Lakers, bro. You can't play around with Luka. You can't play around with LeBron. But eventually, Shady, I'm starting to wonder, what's LeBron still conserving it for? Right? Because we keep saying it's LeBron James. It's LeBron James. It's LeBron James. And I'm like, when's the 28-point game? When's the 32-point game? When's the 35-point game going to come? Is it ever going to come? Am I just going to keep waiting on it? Maybe LeBron knows he doesn't need it.
I mean, only LeBron can answer that question, and nobody's going to question LeBron, right? Yeah. But I just look at, man, like the way he is scoring, it ain't easy, right? And a lot of it is like I'm looking at maybe the matchups. Like Julius Randle ain't a pushover.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then
McDaniels ain't either.
And then Rudy is 7-something, 7 to the sky. You know what I mean? So like in Minnesota, they do play defense because like it's a weird built team. From other than Mike Conley, like they got all sides. Yes. They got length.
Yes.
Right? Even Luka, later in the game, some of the matches with McDaniels, he struggled a little bit, right? And then Luka, I mean, with him in the matchups he's right now he's just playing Rudy now every time. But I will say this though, I'm just curious about how do the Lakers score points?
Because Austin Reeves isn't giving you 25.
You got to get Austin going, right?
I just don't. It's not a matter to me, Chase, of getting him going. He can't get going. Like, he's going up against McDaniels. McDaniels 6'10" and can move his feet. Nas Reed 6'11"
and can move his feet.
And is 6'6" and can move his feet and will strap you up. The only person Austin Reeves, I think, can take off the dribble in that starting lineup is Conley. And Conley's 38 years old, and Conley just don't be matched up against him.
But wait, what did I tell? Now, Slick, you gonna love this. I told him, I said, yo, when the playoffs come here, it's not just we're on a West Coast trip, right? We're here, we got a back-to-back. You can't really game plan. You can't really, like, coach how you want.
Sure.
Now, we in the playoffs, I know who we playing.
Yeah.
I know what they want to do. I know what you like to do. I know your favorite plays. Now, I got my defenders. This is how we going to guard that.
Yep.
You can see the difference. They inside of his head. Yeah. Austin Reeves, I'm talking about.
But don't you think that's unique to this series? In the sense that I don't think the Nuggets have 3 dudes. I don't think the Nuggets have a third guy who can lock up Austin Reeves like that, right? Like, Jamal Murray's not doing it. I don't think if you put James Harden on him, he's not doing it. If you put the Thunder, they got everybody. They could do it. Like, I think uniquely, the T-Wolves have so much size and length and athleticism and dog.
Yeah.
Like, it don't look good. It does as good as the Lakers. The fact that the Lakers won the game, it still didn't look good. Last thought, Slick.
It's less schematic in what they're doing versus other teams in terms of being able to slow certain guys down. The tell, you asked the question about LeBron. This was the tell for me in the game last night, is that anytime he got the switch on Rudy, he didn't take it. Like, he was giving it to Austin to go at Rudy, or he was giving the ball to Luka to go at Rudy. Like, he's very specific, and he's very smart this way, but he's very specific in, there's only a couple of matchups out there where I think I can go get mine. And Julius is not one, and Naz Reid, none of the bigs are. So the only way he's going to get there is if it's a small. And there aren't a whole lot of smalls out there that you can get switched on. So I think he's going to get all of his points off of the other guys. It's not going to be the typical LeBron goes gets his.
But I don't mind his game, though. I mean,
No.
But the way it's like he's going to something different. Like
It's
now he's getting
super
everybody.
efficient.
Real efficient. Like high plus on the floor. I would say that.
His IQ has been showed at an all-time high.
Yeah.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.